Hey, it's Angel Vane, and this is episode 11 of my author's diary. Now, I don't really watch Shonda Rhimes shows, her television shows, and I know that she has done some amazing TV shows and that everybody has just like fallen in love with the shows and watched them religiously and can quote different terms and different things that the characters have said. But the only show that I really got in of hers was Private Practice, and that was pretty much because I'm such a huge Audra McDonald fan. I don't really watch her shows, but that absolutely does not stop me from being inspired by everything that she has done and everything that she has accomplished. She wrote a book about a couple of years ago called The Year of Yes, and when it came out, I immediately downloaded it from Audible and listened to the audiobook, and I thought that it was amazing. And the one thing that she really did in that book was she was talking about writing and what it's like to write for her very first television show, Grey's Anatomy, that she created. And she said because of the writing schedule and how she had to turn over writing every 8 days so that production and filming could go for the next 8 days, and it was these 8-day cycles. She described writing as trying to stay ahead of an oncoming train. And I was like, whoa. I thought I was under pressure getting writing done. That lady is under pressure getting some writing done. But then there was also something that she talked about, and she said, there's a hum that happens in my head when I hit a certain writing rhythm, a certain speed. When laying track goes from feeling like climbing a mountain on my hands and knees to feeling like flying effortlessly through the air, like breaking through the sound barrier. Everything inside me just shifts. I break the writing barrier, and the feeling of laying track changes, transforms, shifts from exertion into exultation. And I'm telling y'all, this week, I heard that hum. I think in psychology, they call this being in the zone, and it's that state of flow where you really start to do your best work and your subconscious takes over and you're not bogged down by your conscious thoughts, because the subconscious is really taking over and allowing you to be in that state where everything that you produce is like gold, it's like butter. Like my yellow dress is like butter. Anyway, I digress. So I hit that state this week. So, last week I was talking about that I was going all in on hitting my September 1st goal of turning in my manuscript for Mina and Julian's book 2, The Accidental Hero 2. I don't know what it's going to end up being called, to my editor by September 1st. And so this past week, I really hit that hum. Like I could hear that hum, and I hit that flow state, that zone state, and I was cranking through scenes so quickly, and things were just working. I really noticed 4 things happening when I was in the zone of writing. The first thing that happened was that everything felt effortless. I wasn't consciously thinking of the story. Yes, I was checking my outline, but as I really started writing my scenes, the words were just coming, my hands were just flowing across the keyboard, and when I finished the scene, I would stop and say, I can keep going. And then I just went to the next scene, and I just went to the next scene. The second thing that I noticed was visualization. And they do talk a lot about this, I think, in psychology, where you really can start to visualize yourself in achieving what you're trying to achieve. And I noticed 2 different types of visualization. So the first one was about me. I do have an Excel file that basically tracks how fast I'm writing my scenes and projects when I'm going to be completed. And as I was writing my scenes, I was visualizing those dates getting closer and closer and closer to September 1st. And I actually could visualize and see myself handing over and emailing my manuscript to my editor by September 1st. And that visualization helped to keep that flow state even going stronger within me. And then the second type of visualization that I had was that my story came to life. Like I could see it in my mind's eye. I could see Julian doing things and Mina doing things. And of course, if you go back and watch my past video, you know who I picture in my mind as Julian and Mina. And so I could see them acting through the scenes and the story in my head. And the words were not consciously in my mind. They were just flowing from the pictures and the scene of this movie that I had going in my head, flowing through my hands, through my fingertips to the keyboards and coming out on the page. And it was a beautiful thing. And the last thing that I noticed when I was in the zone, I was in this writing rhythm, was that I was having fun. Like it was exciting. And I was like, oh, this is so much fun. Oh, yes, and then that happens. And oh, and like, I was really having so much fun with it. When you're able to like hit that zone and really feel good about yourself, good about what you're doing, and you're having fun, I mean, it's like, there's nothing better than that. So after all of that, I've learned when you slip into the zone, drown yourself in it. Ride that wave for as long as it's there, and when it's gone, savor the memories until it comes back to visit you again, because it will be back, I can promise you that. So that concludes episode 11 of my author's diary. If you want to keep up with me and my stories and all the ups and downs I go through as I try to write and publish new books, click the subscribe button so you won't miss when I'm doing a video, and I will see you next time.